Welcome to our Asian Star Trend channel. Today we have the following news, hope you and your friends follow along. Original Feng Shaofeng and Zhao Liying divorced for 4 years, who is the winner? Goodbye, mutual achievement, their respective new chapters in life, love, fame, and diverging paths. Zhao Liying and Feng Shaofeng 4 years after divorce. Once upon a time, Zhao Liying and Feng Shaofeng's romance was the stuff of fairy tales, two stars in love, captivating the nation. But 4 years after their quiet divorce, the sheen of that golden couple has faded, and their lives have taken starkly different turns. Zhao Liying, the once girl next door, has transformed into an unstoppable force. Crowned the ratings queen, she continues to dominate screens and headlines, earning her a coveted spot on the Forbes celebrity list. Her every role, every appearance, feels like a declaration. She's not just surviving, she's thriving. Feng Shaofeng, on the other hand, has slipped into the shadows. Once basking in the glow of fame and family prestige, he now walks a more subdued path, rarely seen in the limelight. The internet loves a rivalry, and fans still ask, who won? But the answer isn't just in numbers or screen time. It's in the quiet confidence of Zhao's comeback, the silence of Feng's retreat, and the way time lays bare the truth behind glittering love stories. This tale isn't about bitterness or blame. It's about reinvention, quiet strength, and the reality behind the fairy tale. Sometimes, what looks like a happy ending is really just the beginning, and maybe, just maybe, we're not watching a story of loss but one of two people choosing different kinds of peace. Stay tuned. Because in showbiz and life the plot always thickens from fairy tale to farewell. The hidden truth behind Zhao Liying and Feng Shaofeng's split. Back in 2018, Zhao Liying and Feng Shaofeng's marriage announcement lit up the entire entertainment world. It was a headline-worthy moment, a modern Cinderella story, as China's beloved actress seemingly married into a wealthy, prestigious family. Fans cheered. The media swooned, but just 3 years later, that picture-perfect romance came to an abrupt end. The sweet beginnings faded into silence, replaced by a quiet statement of separation due to spending too little time together. On the surface, it seemed like a classic case of mismatched personalities. But behind the breakup was something far more complex, the collision of two vastly different lives. Zhao Liying, self-made and fiercely driven, chose to fight for her place in an industry that demands resilience. Feng Shaofeng, born into privilege, followed a gentler current, one less shaped by struggle. They weren't just lovers, they were products of different worlds. What began as chemistry slowly unraveled into incompatibility, not because they didn't care, but because they didn't grow in the same direction. Their divorce wasn't a scandal. It was a mirror, reflecting the reality that not every fairy tale survives the weight of real life, and maybe that's the most powerful part of their story. Not the love that once was, but the way they let it go, because sometimes, it's not the ending that matters but the courage to walk away when the script no longer fits. The mother-in-law factor, how family traditions shaped the fall of Zhao Liying and Feng Shaofeng's marriage. Beyond differences in values and lifestyle, one unspoken pressure loomed large over Zhao Liying and Feng Shaofeng's marriage, the weight of traditional family expectations, especially from Feng's mother. From the start, whispers circled that Feng's mother disapproved of the match. Rumors even claimed she once demanded Zhao change her name to something more prosperous for the family and give up acting to become a full-time homemaker. Zhao, fiercely independent and career-driven, had no intention of giving up the life she fought so hard for. Just 28 days after giving birth, she returned to work, a move that impressed the industry but reportedly triggered discontent at home. Feng's mother allegedly complained she hadn't touched her house key in 6 months, subtly criticizing Zhao for not fulfilling traditional expectations of a wife and mother. It wasn't just about one woman's career. It was about the silent war between modern ambition and age-old family roles. Zhao represented the new generation of women capable, self-made, and unwilling to disappear behind closed doors. The Feng family, by contrast, valued legacy, stability, and tradition. In the end, it wasn't love that failed, it was the inability of two worlds to reconcile. Zhao Liying didn't lose a marriage. She made a choice, to stay true to herself in a world that often asks women to choose between love and independence. And for many, That's not just a breakup story, it's a symbol of silent strength in the face of societal pressure. Behind the glamour, Zhao Liying's exit from a marriage that was never truly hers. The end of Zhao Liying and Feng Shaofeng's marriage wasn't just a clash of values or personalities, it was a deeper conflict between independence and tradition, reason and emotion, selfhood and sacrifice. Feng Shaofeng once admitted on a variety show, "I don't understand why she chose me." His gentle, sentimental nature stood in sharp contrast to Zhao's decisiveness and drive. While he longed for a family-centered life, Zhao was back on set just 5 months after giving birth, determined to reclaim her career. The tension between them only grew. Feng's elite family background, once seen as a fairy tale dream, became a gilded cage. He openly shared how his mother overprotected him, often intervening in his marriage. For Zhao, this wasn't love. It was surveillance. She refused to live by the unspoken rules of the upper class. Rumors swirled that she was asked to give up acting, change her name to bring luck, and conform to a role she never signed up for. When she walked away, she asked for nothing: no property, no compensation. Only the right to see her son. Zhao Liying's decision to leave with nothing but her pride marked not a failure, but a quiet revolution. In a world where women are still expected to shrink themselves for comfort, she chose self-respect over stability. This wasn't just the end of a marriage, it was the unveiling of a truth few dare to say aloud. Behind every dazzling celebrity fairy tale, there may lie a woman silently fighting to stay herself. From separation to selfhood, Zhao Liying and Feng Shaofeng's quiet reinvention after divorce. 4 years after their headline-making divorce, Zhao Liying and Feng Shaofeng have taken two vastly different paths, one blazing, one quiet, but both surprisingly dignified. Zhao Liying's rise has been nothing short of meteoric. With hit dramas like The Wind Blows from Longxi, The Legend of Shen Li, and The Last Truth, she has proven herself a powerhouse far beyond her ratings queen title. Her endorsements skyrocketed from 18 to 34, and her personal wealth has surpassed 4.2 billion yuan. But perhaps most inspiring is her heart. Through her charitable foundation, she's funded 127 rural schools, showing that real success goes beyond fame. Her message is clear: divorce isn't the end, but a bold reset. "I'm stronger than before marriage," she once said. And every choice she makes speaks to a woman who knows her worth. Meanwhile, Feng Shaofeng has chosen a quieter rhythm. He works less, appears in public even less, and is often seen doting on their son. Though rumors of a new romance emerge now and then, it's his absence from the limelight and Zhao's presence in it that defines the contrast. He remains protected by the aura of a privileged background, yet seemingly stalled by its weight. As one netizen remarked, he lives the life of a noble son, but lacks Zhao's fire to fight forward. Still, both have grown in different ways. Zhao defied the narrative of Cinderella fleeing the palace by rewriting it entirely. Feng may have chosen stillness over ambition, but perhaps that too is its own quiet victory. In an industry obsessed with drama, they've shown that a divorce need not be a battlefield. They co-parent with grace, live without scandal, and most importantly choose lives that reflect who they truly are. In the end, perhaps neither won or lost. Perhaps, by daring to live authentically, they both did.